Hey guys. Apparently this is going to be another messages from Spirit. I was not really anticipating, but it's kind of become a thing. So, I don't know about you guys, but I've been going through some serious timeline shifts. Massive. Like, it, it's hard to explain. This is part of the ascension. It's a major part of the level. I just said we were going to be leveling up, but man, have I been leveling up. I was not anticipating this. I feel like a whole new person. Like I feel so different. I can't even tell you. And it's awesome. And it has to do with like the other night, actually just last night, maybe a little bit the day before too. I started to eat different than I normally do. I started to think of things a little bit different. Now I know I just went through and like totally organized my house like to the nth degree. Like everything is completely and totally in order and operational and everything. And I know that the angels love that and they celebrate when you've got everything in its place. And when it invites them in to kind of crowd your space, even if you've got a nice, clean, tidy place. I mean, it usually is nice, clean, and tidy, but it's like things are really running smooth. So that just happened. And I just have been all the things I talk about on my channel, I'm going through with myself as well. So, energies of like going back through and reevaluating friendships and relationships and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm going through all of this along with you guys and beside you guys. And I'm just throwing out stuff that basically I don't need anymore. Everything and anything. And I'm donating still. And I think it's just a time of just purging everything that just isn't working. Anything that is disingenuine or anything that is not vulnerable and authentic and pure. So, okay, there we go. So, yeah, this leveling up thing, man. I started reaching for things to eat was the first thing I noticed. I was like, "Whoa, I never eat that. I don't even, why am I eating that?" And I wasn't even hungry for the things that I would normally be hungry for at all. And then I had an urge to like go out and hang out somewhere that I never would do. And then I wanted to go somewhere that I've never even been inclined to do. And then and like all these urges, all of these different things. It's like I would almost think I had a walk in or something. And maybe I did. I don't know. Did I? I may have. I don't know. But it feels like I'm just almost like a different person. But it feels fantastic. It feels great. They said it's an aspect of my future higher self. This is crazy. What? Okay. So I walked into myself, I guess. Okay. Well, I like that kind of a walk in. So anyway, basically, I was like, wow, I've gone through some kind of major time shift or something, some kind of timeline. Everything feels different. Everything is moving different. Time is different. Everything just feels different and new right now, and it feels really, really good. So, also something caught my eye today when I went on YouTube after my sessions today, and this is what I saw. There's a channel, Skinsuit Manual, a girl named Anne, and I've been watching her lately. I really resonate with her videos. One of my clients said, and thank you if you're listening to this, she said, "Boy, you say a lot of the same things that she says. Like you guys really resonate with the same message." And I started watching the videos, and I was like, "Oh, damn straight, we are like right on the same page." So I saw this title and it says Epic Timeline Correction. And I was like, what did she just, what? So I had to check that out real quick. And I watched it over having my dinner and was like, oh my gosh. Do you guys remember on that live, like a couple of months ago, maybe a few months ago now, but when I talked to that narwhal, and it was really, really resistant to talking to me at first. And it was super protective. And it ended up wanting to protect some kind of fairy kingdom that was under the water. Do you guys remember how trippy that was? It was so interesting. And it ended up being like so moving and magical, the whole experience. So this lady starts talking about how she tried to talk to a whale or communicate with a whale, and she got the same resistance I did. And it was a real similar experience. And then she starts talking about all these timeline correction things and how it's related to AI. And I was like, oh, no, this is interesting. And so I started typing out I'm a fast typer from my corporate experience. I started typing out all of the kind of the, I don't know, affirmations, they're kind of like statements that you would say. I don't know. What does Matt Kahn call them? I don't know. Agreements or whatever, agreements or contracts that she started to, to put out. I started to write them all down and type them all out for you guys as well. And basically she was talking about how there was a timeline where we merged with AI. And do you guys remember my 2022 prediction readings? I talked about how there was going to be some kind of an issue with AI this year. So that really rang a bell too. And I was like, dang, this girl, like we're on the same vibration somehow. Like we're right there with each other. So that caught my attention too. And it's been coming to mind, all this AI stuff. And so I was going to share all this with you and have you probably, I don't want to type it all out again. So maybe I'm just going to read it out to you and I'll pause so that you can repeat after me. That might be the best way to do it. I'm not like Matt Kahn. I don't do that regularly. So I'll just have to pause every few words or something. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I think it's important that we do it because we're like manifesting machines right now. So if you guys if you want to get away from that whole really super destructive timeline with AI stuff, when those things that they are putting in your body with the sharp object right now, those things are full of AI, full of the nanobots and all that stuff. There's all kinds of artificial intelligence being injected in you. So that's why it's important to do heavy metal detoxing at this time, big time. Anyway, and they can have control over you. So if you don't want that happening and all kinds of things that have been predicted, I think I first started listening to some of it on Laura Eisenhower's channel. So there's a really, really bad, ugly timeline that was possible, but now it's being thwarted, but we have to put some energy behind it to make sure that door like permanently shuts and locks. Okay. So, when I went to make this video, the microphone wouldn't work. I had to restart my computer a couple of times and push a bunch of buttons to try to get the microphone to work. And I had to replace my battery. And I really had to spend like 10-15 minutes trying to get all my equipment to work. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, the AI, they're stopping me. They're stopping me from making this video. And I said to them out loud, I have free will. I am a sovereign human being, and you cannot stop me from sharing this message with as many people as possible right now. Okay, so you cannot stop me. And I was able to break through, and I did it, and I'm here, and you can hear me. If you're hearing this, it worked. So, I am going to, find this message, and I'm going to read it for you right now. So just repeat after me as I read this out loud. Okay. Okay. I, say your name, am the true, correct, benevolent, sovereign, dominant self, and I open this session only to the true, benevolent, sovereign source of all source creators that I am. All I do is for my highest good alone. I revoke all contracts, including consent and agreement, that are not for my highest good, regardless of any other contracts, trades, or deals. I remain in loving detachment to all beings in all ways required. I revoke and block any and all entanglement with this video, its content, and all energies linked to it. I am in all moments in true divine time. I am aligned with my best optimal timeline. In all moments in true divine time. I mirror this across time, space, and expression where applicable for my highest good. I'm also going to type this, by the way, and put it in my community tab. I revoke and block anything or entity taking my energy regardless of consent of any nature. It is always so in all moments. I revoke merging with AI, knowingly or unknowingly. I revoke and detach in all ways required from the timelines and realms and entities where humans or entities merged with AI. I revoke all connection and entanglements with these timelines and realms and entities, including tall grays and artificial sentience. I revoke all false sources and beings of false light I revoke my involvement in any breeding program and neutralize all energies utilized in any breeding program. I audit my RNA and revoke all manipulation and recalibrate my RNA and base codes of reality for my highest good. I claim full sovereignty of my RNA and fill it with the light from the true source of all source creators that I am. I upgrade my camouflage and protection of my RNA from the 0 point of 0 points of time. We are one. The spark of true source light within me shines brighter as I acknowledge the light of my true great I am. I am means enlightenment, by the way. I audit my ego and I know that I am more than enough just as I am. I have no fear, as I am one with the light of my greater I am. I audit my energies, including energies that were taken from me and energies I harvested, regardless of consent in any way, including soul shards, genetic material, authorities, skinsuit tech, are all returned to the true, sacred, sovereign source of all source creators that I am, and returned in true divine time to their rightful place. I only keep and take back what is for my highest good through my true heart space. I close this session out and cut all entanglements that are not for my highest good. Well, that was a mouthful. I think we got it. You may have to listen to that again. So, that felt good. That felt good to say that. I feel free. So, also, I just wanted to explain to you guys, because I've had some questions as to why I've got 2 Q&As this week. I basically created the first one, and then I forgot to change my Ask Amy page to reflect the next week for anybody who submitted new questions. And about 3 people snuck in there before I could change it, and so then I had committed to getting their readings out also this Thursday. So, or this week. So I decided to just make a second video, and as it turned out, imagine this, Spirit actually being, having reason behind it and purpose behind it. It ended up being an hour-long video, and very, very helpful, I think, to a lot of you. It's going to be very interesting, that second video that's coming out on Friday as a premiere on Friday. So I will be available in the chat live for both premieres Thursday and Friday if you guys want to tune in. So if you want to see the words to this, I don't know how many words you can put in the community tab, but I'm going to attempt to actually, cut and paste this whole thing in there. So hopefully you can go back and maybe cut and paste it, or at least just read it out loud better than what I could provide for you here. But I hope this helps some of you set your mind at ease. I would go back and watch that video called Epic Timeline Correction on the channel Skinsuit Manual with Anna, if you want to know more about what she was tuning into and sensing, and about this whole AI thing. She doesn't go into like a ton of detail, but I think enough of us are aware of the threat of this. So I'm really thrilled to know that I got on a new timeline, and most likely if you're hearing my voice right now and if you were drawn to this video, you're also on this new timeline that I'm on, and it's exhilarating, exciting, and fun. So if you feel like a fresh new energy and you kind of feel like a new person too, and you feel kind of excited and peaceful and happy, then yeah, congratulations. Or you might feel that shift sometime really soon as well. So a lot of times they put me through things before they put you guys through things to kind of help you mentally and emotionally prepare for what's to come. So sending you guys a big giant hug. Oh my God, I just wanted to say too, all of this time that I had a professional black magic person check out my field and said that I had a whole lineup of people doing black magic on me, one after the other, after the other, after the other. And that's exactly what it felt like. I was constantly having to protect myself, constantly having to put my shield back up, constantly, like, I felt like I was playing ping pong all the time. I was like, this is getting ridiculous. Doesn't anybody want any good in the world anymore? Like, come on. So I was glad that I had that confirmed, because that's exactly what I felt like over these past, for a while. However, what Spirit reminded me of today, or kind of really made quite evident to me today, and this really warms my heart, is Spirit was like, you know what, though? Those are really just a few people of all the people who watch and listen to you and love you. I had almost every reading that I had today, everybody toward the end of the reading said, I watch you, I listen to you, and I love you so much. And I want you to know, every time you send out a blessing to me, I stop, I put my hand on my heart, and I send it right back. I love you, Amy, and I know and I feel the love of everyone who's watching you as well. So I hope you don't ever feel alone, and I hope that you feel our love too, because you do so much for us. And I went, oh my gosh, yes. For the handful or two handfuls of idiots that are throwing black magic at me, there are thousands of you who actually love me and care about me. And when this particular person said all this, I just was like, wow, I really felt the truth of it. So I just want to thank you guys, those of you who are sending that love back to me, and who are just, putting those beautiful comments underneath my videos and just showing me that love back. I can't thank you enough. I love you guys so much, and I wish I could give each of you a big giant hug and thank you for going through all of this with me. I mean, it's been quite a journey for all of us to go through all that we've been through in the last couple of years, and whew, man, it's been a rude awakening. But thank you. I feel some of you crying with me. I love it. I love it. And I love the talks we get to have, and the readings that we get to have are just, oh my gosh, I'm just so grateful to have you guys in my life, and you really do feel like family to me, and just thank you. Let's all pray for each other. Let's all send that beautiful energy to each other always, and keep each other in mind. This is our soul tribe, and we got to be looking out for one another. And, I do a blessing, I think it's Friday, where I actually put the energy that's being directed at us light workers that are actually trying to make a positive difference in this world, back on the people that is putting it out there. Obviously also within everybody's free will and for the highest good of everybody, because I always do that. But I really felt that needed to be done. So you can look forward to that on Friday if somebody's been attacking you as well. Oh my gosh, you guys. Anyway, have a beautiful, beautiful night, and I will look forward to chatting with you on Thursday and Friday in the premieres. And little Annie is falling asleep while I've been talking. She's so cute. Oh my gosh. So I better get going on my evening here and go relax with these little sweethearts. All right, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.